go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is a Dollar Tree DIY advent calendar. Now you can make this thing as extravagant as you want or as simple as you want. There are so many options to decorating it. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoy this video and stick around by subscribing to this channel. Once you hit that subscribe button, we instantly become best friends.
Did we just become best friends? Yep!
And please hit that notification bell so you know every time I post a video. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using 12 of the Dollar Tree cardboard boxes. If you can't find them, they do have acrylic drawers, which are probably a little bit more durable, but I really liked these. So I went ahead and removed all of the drawers to make it easier to assemble. And then I'm going to remove the hardware. I'm just going to place my thumb directly behind that screw and unscrew the front. Now these pieces are really small, so make sure that you save them all. I put them all in a drawer, and I put all of my drawers together as well. To assemble everything and make my life a little easier, I'm going to be doing row by row. Now I'm going to use hot glue to make this project a lot cheaper, but if you have the time and you want to make it a little sturdier, E6000 is the way to go. I'm just going to add hot glue to my side pieces and then push them together, making sure that they are perfectly aligned. My very first row is going to have 4 drawers, which is going to be 8 in total, and then I'm going to build up, but I'm going to build separately. So instead of building my second row directly on top of my first row, I'm doing it separately so that I don't have to rip it off if I don't get it perfectly aligned or ruin any of the cardboard pieces, since this is basically paper. My second row is going to have 3 drawers, so that's 6 in total. My third row is going to have 2 drawers, so that's 4 in total. And this is where things start to change, because in order to fit 24 drawers into a Christmas tree shape, I do have to build the next side going vertically instead of horizontally. Facing them vertically, you'll still be able to use the drawers since it has that nice separator right in the middle. And the final row is just going to be 1 single drawer. By the way, here I got a little confused as to where I put my glue, which is why I'm fumbling around. Once you have all of your pieces, you are going to start assembling, and this is why I said I wanted to assemble separately, because you're going to start to figure out where you want everything placed. Make sure your drawers are not too forward so it doesn't topple over, and when you get to your very last piece, it's time to paint. You can go ahead and spray paint this if you want, but I wanted to keep this cheap, so I used acrylic paint, and this is from Walmart. This was 50 cents. To apply it, I used a sponge brush that I purchased in a multi-pack from Dollar Tree. You can use a regular brush, but I feel like this would leave less streaks. And then on a piece of parchment paper below that, or newspaper, whatever you have, I just added my paint directly to that and started sponging it on. Now, before moving on to any other layer, you're gonna notice that the first layer is very streaky. That is okay. What you're gonna do is wait till it dries completely and then give another layer. Now I only painted the outside and parts that were showing because once you put your drawers in, you can't see any of those other designs that are peeking through. So if you are a little messy with your paint job, trust me, nobody is going to see it. You wanna make sure that you concentrate your colors on the front, the sides, and making sure that the drawers are covered. I did do a few pieces to try and see what it looked like, and honestly, it wasn't worth wasting the paint on. So once I gave it 3 coats, it looked completely green and beautiful. And now I'm going to move on to painting the drawers. I decided to paint the drawers 2 different colors, and with the leftover paint that was on the sponge, I basically just sponged on the paint on top of the drawer. Now I know if I leave it like this, it'll be textured, so I did give it a clean wipe once it was covered, and then I did 3 layers of that, making sure that all layers were dry before I went in with another one. So this is what it looks like completely covered, and the other one I painted white. I honestly had no more patience, so I had a can of white spray paint and tested it out. Thankfully, it did not swell. Now I'm going to use my Decor pen and this white acrylic pen that I purchased at Walmart to draw in my letters. If you don't feel comfortable drawing in your letters, you can of course buy stickers or stencils, and I'm just going to freehand. Nothing crazy, this is homemade, and I'm going to take my time with this. Now, when I positioned my letters, I made sure that I kind of put them in different directions. So if I had a number 1 on top, then I would do number 2 on the bottom, and I would just try and make it look different so that the whole thing looked full and kind of whimsical. Another option would be using different color gift wrap for the drawers, or using washi tape if you didn't want to do them solid colors. I'm not going to show you me painting all of the letters on there, but I am going to show you how I position them. For some extra detail, I use these glitter stickers from Dollar Tree, and I really wish they would have had a few ornament ones, but these work just fine. They bring 12 of each pattern, which is absolutely perfect for this tutorial, and I just placed them randomly to make sure that they're spread out between the entire Christmas tree. At this point, I added my hardware back, and I did end up losing one. I have no idea how, but you're going to put your screw on the back side of this and then just screw it back in place. Now you'll notice that I didn't paint the back of the drawer. Honestly, I didn't feel it was necessary to waste the paint on an area that no one would see. And I kind of like the little hint of color if you open the drawer and see, because those patterns are really, really pretty. I did feel bad painting over them, but they didn't look Christmassy at all, so I kind of just had to do it. I added the Christmas tree on the white one for a pop of color, and then I randomly added the little reindeer on some of them when I felt like the Christmas trees were way too close together. So when you're putting the drawers back, you want to make sure that you are really, really careful, because even though this is pretty sturdy, it's still cardboard, and we did attach it using hot glue, unless you use your E6000 at home. And as you can see here, I felt like there was way too many Christmas trees, so I did peel it off. If you're peeling off some pieces, make sure that you're really careful, because acrylic paint will lift easily. And then I replaced my Christmas tree with my little reindeer, and then did the same thing throughout the entire process of adding them back in there. So this is what everything should look like, but I didn't want to leave it as is. I did want to add a few more details to this, but if you wanted to keep it more affordable, you can stop right here. I still think it looks really, really good. So I had a ton of Dollar Tree ornaments that I've been hauling, and I picked these smaller ones and just started to place them on the side. Of course, you can hot glue yours so that they don't move when you open your box, but for tutorial purposes, I kind of just placed them nicely and just kept playing around with where I wanted all the ornaments to sit. Now I added bigger ones to the bottom pieces so that it didn't look out of place, and then I added a Dollar Tree star to the top as a little tree topper. Now remember, you can glue yours down. I'm just not gluing mine down because I'm going to actually reuse this. So once I'm done, bam, I have a beautiful advent calendar, and I personally love it so much. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments section if you'll be recreating this, and as usual, thank you so much for watching. Till next time.